You can't see the curvature of the Earth because your eyes are round. Well, then Jimmy should be able to see it. Chris Jobs Aquarium Tanks with the $4.20 super chat. I think by looking at Mike's eyes, we know what that means. Thank you, Chris.
Technical answer, only if it's from Flip Aquatics. Could it handle that load?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're clearly superior.
Yeah.
Clearly
Flip Aquatics
superior.
knows how to handle a load.
That's right. Wow, who is this guy?
Right, Bob? Man, he's been voted out of the league.
This is the best part. I think Bob
Man.
literally got tears coming out his nose at this point.
All right, how's it going, everyone? Oh man, there's so many people here. How could I not start early? There's already too many people here to say hello, so I'm just going to say hello to everyone. It is a Monday evening. Obviously, we have some news. That's good news, I think, long term. I'm gonna give it another minute or two before I get into it, though. Jimmy was just here, says Candy. Yes, Jimmy is on his way to Washington. He will be here Tuesday, I believe. And hopefully I'll be able to help him unload on Wednesday. Wednesday is my kennel day, though, so if he's already done by the time I'm done walking dogs, then sorry, couldn't help you. Chris with the $4.20 super chat says, storm prep done. Time to party. Yeah. You guys are experiencing something over there. I don't know, just a little rain, a little wind. No biggie. Flip Aquatics knows how to handle a load. Yeah. Yep. I bet you'll time that just right. It's not up to me. It just depends on how many dogs are at the kennel. Sometimes there's like 6 dogs, and sometimes there's like 30 dogs. So, but apparently Robert is going to be helping him. So he's got like the world's smallest trailer full of stuff. So it shouldn't take too long. Fish Tank Barn dropping a deuce. Thank you, buddy. So, East Coast is scary right now. I know. And I'm supposed to ship fish to the East Coast tomorrow. But I think the storm is only tomorrow. So I think the storm will pass as my fish are like somewhere in Kansas. I don't know. Somewhere in the middle. Kenny says, I'm going to get some popcorn. I will tell you, we are going to go a little long today. That's part of the announcement. VB23 says, I want to walk dogs for fun. Go volunteer, buddy. That's all you got to do. Love dogs, but can't keep them. I love lots of dogs and can only keep a couple. So it's my opportunity to play with lots of dogs. G-Bear says, Bob, did you see the rainbows that Dan's fish got? Of course I did, and I had it up on my screen all up until I started. I actually got a sneak peek, and 2 weeks ago, I think, we did a Skype call, video call, and he walked me around his fish room, showing me all the new rainbows. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. I watched the video yesterday, I think. I also got early access to the video because, you know, kind of a big deal. So, well, I got to make up for starting early by going late. Yep. Actually, I haven't bought any rainbows right now. Honestly, fish funds are kind of low, so we'll see. I've been paying attention to the quantity though, and it does look like some have been selling. So If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. dansfish.com. So many rare rainbows, man. I'm pretty jealous. My cousin has a beagle and it's a hyper son of a gun. Yeah, a beagle is a I almost said a fish I would never own. What a dog. Fish Tank Barn says, I saw Dan's rainbow fish, then I saw money leaving my wallet. All funds are low. Yeah, not all the funds are low, thankfully. Just the fish funds are low. But I'll get some eventually. So what's going on here? What did I say? You won't like it until you do. Changing again. This is true. So maybe a little backstory is necessary. It's just YouTube stuff. I don't know that you guys care, but basically the last rolling 12 months, so from this August to last August, has been like my worst year on YouTube by far. Like not even close. Even my first year on YouTube, I had more views than the last 12 months. So I've been talking a lot with Corey the last couple days, and we've been fixing some stuff, changing some stuff. And one of the things that I'm going to do is less live streams. So the problem is I've been live streaming too much, and now YouTube thinks that I'm a live streaming channel. So that's kind of a problem, because I'm not like a gamer. It's not the only thing on my channel is live streams. What does that mean? That means a Thursday live stream, gone. Still Monday every week. So it's still gonna be Monday every week. However, since I am only doing it once a week, I'm gonna take full advantage of that and go for 2 hours now on Monday. So every Monday, 2 hours, and we'll see how that works out. Now, what am I going to be doing in the meantime? Actually, why did I make this decision? It's interesting. Corey told me that he started live streaming less because when he talked about something on a live stream, it made him unmotivated to make a video about it. And I found that's exactly what I was doing. I would talk about something on a live stream, and then when it came time to film, I'm like, well, they already saw it on the live stream. So I just wouldn't film anything. And yeah, I think that's a problem. One, because nobody really watches live streams after like the first 48 hours. So I'll get like 1,000 views like right off the bat, and then the next couple days another 1,000 views, and then nobody watches them anymore. And I know people do. Obviously, it's like 1 or 2 people, but you know. So that's kind of the big deal, the big announcement, and in exchange, hopefully better videos, because my videos have been pretty awful lately. And also a different, I mean, I've already talked about going back to like basics and to the beginners, making videos for beginners, so there's going to be a lot more of that stuff too. Gotta grab the newbies up when they first start Googling stuff. So that's pretty much it. Less live streams. Also, the monthly member live streams are about to start. But that's just once a month, so that's not a big deal. I thought it's your business to buy fish. It's my business to buy fish at wholesale and resell them. It is not my business to go to Petco and buy fish and then resell them for the same price or less. So, yeah. I would love to get some, but no ready tanks. I do not want to risk them. Yeah, there's so many rainbows. So many. They're not awful. Did you look at some of your first videos, Bob? Yeah, and some of those videos have more views. So, you know, what are you going to do? I will say my live streams are way better. Definitely. Live streams are way better. Man. That first live stream where I just sit there for 6 minutes and not even say anything. That was brutal. Yeah, Curtis, just members only live streams. You know, everybody does them, so why not? I think we finally have enough people to do it. If I do a members only live stream and like one person shows up, I probably won't do it again. But we'll see. We'll see how it works. To become a member, thank you. Hey, hey Bob, hey Mr. Cunningham. Mains, tails, ferns, and fins. Hit the like. 103 watching, only 40 likes. Aqua Discovery says, so I have some clown killifish babies and fries, but they take forever to grow, or else I'd send you some, Bob. I don't have a mass operations for breeding them. Yeah. Yep, although word on the grapevine is clown killifish are going to be available again. So hopefully we'll get those bad boys back on the site, because my source for clown killifish was amazing. They were very, very good killifish. Chris says, Jobs Aquarium Tanks. I watch all the classic Bob videos while doing water changes. It's true. It's true. I've seen it. I've seen the comments. I don't know why, but oops. That was my 5 o'clock, my 4:59 alarm to start live streaming. So like Corey does, where everyone can watch but only members can chat, or is it members all together? I don't know. It'll probably be where everyone can watch but only members can chat. I mean, I don't know really what, at that point I might as well just do a live stream. I don't know. We gotta do something for the members though. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There's always like this fine line. Candy Overhauls. Hi Candy, you're in, I don't know what that word is. How do you do it? Indefatigable. I don't know. Getting my first pair of guppies. Can they be kept with 6 Pseudomagil luminatus and pygmy cories and a 20 long? Yeah. Guppies and Pseudomagils work just fine. No issues at all. Big J's Fish Keeper, what's up, buddy? Other than that, there's not going to be really any other changes. Hopefully just, and what I mean better videos, just better production quality, so better audio. I've really been working on audio the last like 2 or 3 videos, trying to get that audio dialed in. And of course my next video is going to have terrible audio because it was filmed outside with 2 people. And I really haven't figured out a good way to do 2 people and get really good audio still. So, I don't know. I'm sure, I mean, Corey showed me something that's like $500 million. So maybe I'll get that, but we'll see. What's good? Pear Tree Aquatics, what's good? When do you see Madagascan rainbows coming back in stock? I haven't seen those on a list in a very long time. I just got a new list today, actually. Let me look. Open this bad boy up. Rainbows. Where are the rainbows? Rainbow dace. That's not what I'm looking for. Rainbow fish. Australian, Bosemani, Featherfin, Forktail, Luminatus, Praecox, Multisquamata, which is interesting. That's one you don't see every day. And yellows. And I think, did I miss a super chat? Aqua Discovery with the $1.49. Sorry, buddy. I don't remember if I got that one or not, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'm such a douche. Joel with the $1.49. Thank you, my friend. And also, Joel, if I missed your deuce there, sorry. I'll try to pay attention from now on. I promise. Katie's Almost Living the Dream says, gotta go, have a good stream, Bob. Thank you for coming and going. Don't forget to hit the like button. It's always good to fine tune, Bob. I feel you're making a good choice on the videos and live streams. Yeah, I think the problem was, I don't even know that it's not really a problem. I mean, clearly it's a problem because, I mean, YouTube hates live streams. Absolutely hate live streams. Live streams on non-live streaming channels, I should say. What was I gonna say? I don't even. I lost my train of thought. Always good choice. Oh, yeah. It was just I feel like that time, like that 2 hours on a Thursday, you know, making thumbnails, coming up with topics, even though I rarely ever do topics. I just think that's going to free up a lot of time. And also, it's not like it's stressful to live stream, but it is when you're trying to like come up with things to say for 2 hours every other day. So we'll see how it works out. I think a lot of live streamers are going to Twitch and Discord, but I'm not going on those. I don't know any, like, are there fish people on Twitch? I was kind of hoping Twitch was going to take a big giant dump, to be honest with you, because I hate Twitch. And the way they've been treating their streamers, I was kind of hoping people were going to bail, but we'll see. Duke Nukem said, I remember when you used to do 3 a week, now 2, now 1. So, to be fair, I started with 1 a week, then I went to 2 a week, and then I went to 3 a week, and then I went to 1 a week, and then I went back to 2 a week, and then I went back to 1, and then I went back to 2, and now I'm going back to 1. So over the last 4 years of live streaming, I think I started live streaming in 2016, maybe 15, but I don't think so. There's definitely been a lot of changes, so to be fair. So yeah, I want, I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to live stream every day. It's really fun to live stream. Like, I definitely would not have this like tight-knit community if it wasn't for live streaming. Like, you see like larger channels that don't live stream at all and they have no community. So I'll never like not do weekly live streams. Never do that. There's no way I could do it. No way. Susie Q is here. Susie Q is here. Hello. Mr. Furlow, Eric says, I got introduced to Odessa barbs and filamentaceous barbs yesterday, and I think I'm in love with them. Barbs in general are very underrated. Aquarium Co-op says never say never, because I'm sure he wants me to like never stream again, or like once a month or twice a month. But you know what? This Monday 5 o'clock thing is something I look forward to every single week, and I've looked forward to it like for the last 4 years. Like, there's never been a week where I was like, ugh, I got a live stream. Ugh. There's definitely times when there's been like, ugh, I have no video ready to go this weekend and I gotta make a video. Ugh. That's never happened with a live stream. I'm also like really reinvigorated to make videos. Like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 videos to film currently. Now, one of those is a car video, but 19 videos planned already, and it's gonna be pretty fun. Forgot you were still streaming Mondays. I don't know how you can forget. I've literally, my channel has never missed a Monday stream in 4 years. Never. And it never will. Although it might. If I go to like Peru with Corey, then I might. If I go to Peru by myself, and then I have to sweet talk Corey into live streaming again on my channel. 48 Tom, hey, what's up, buddy? My water is insanely hard and its pH is 8.2. So what species of rainbow fish will thrive in such conditions? Hard water, 8.2 pH, just about anything, my friend. I wouldn't go wild caught. I would go captive bred, and a lot of them are bred in hard water. I mean, you look at all the farms are in Florida, which you're talking about like rock and high pH water. So it's really not an issue. I'm trying to think if there's species that I wouldn't do, and I don't think there is. I think I would do just about every rainbow fish. Hey, Scott's here. What's up, buddy? King and Queen Cichlids, who also recently, I believe, ended live streams. I could be thinking about something else, but I'm pretty sure I just watched you do a live stream saying you weren't live streaming anymore. But maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Hopefully not. There's so many. It's hard to keep everyone straight sometimes. What are you gonna do? I feel like, I don't know, do I sound weird today? I feel weird. Oh. I feel raspy. Look at the guy who talked Bob out of live streams. Everyone pile on. Rah. LOL Steenfott Aquatics, you are correct. All right, good. There's nothing worse than being like, hey, I just watched your video, and they're like, that wasn't me. I think that's happened to me probably about 6 times. SoCo Maryland Aqua says, gotta go, great time shooting the breeze. Thanks for stopping by. Eric Frillo says, I picked up a pair of neon rainbows for the community tank. Excellent choice, my friend. I would get like 2 more pairs, if you have enough tank space. I love Bob's video on saltwater corals. Yeah, if you haven't seen that one, definitely check it out. It's pretty good. What we really need is the first Bob and Corey stream in like 4 years. You know, I almost messaged him today and asked him when he wants to come on a live stream, but I was too busy working on my channel. So like, if you go to my channel now, I got some fancy new banner. I'm still not done with it. I still got a few more tweaks to do, but you know, I've been working on a new banner. I've been changing thumbnails on old videos, re-tagging videos, just things like that. Your voice is kind of scratchy. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at my fancy new banner here. It's pretty legit, not gonna lie. It's pretty dope. Gulf Coast Sunfish Species Spotlight. That just made me burp. Sorry about that. I don't know why. Steenfott Aquatics, have you ever kept any mormyrids that aren't elephant fish that you had a while ago? The baby whale, is that I don't remember if that's a mormyrid, but that's the only thing that comes to mind is the baby whale. Jeremy Salazar says, like the yellow rainbow. Yep, I took all the yellow. There's barely any fish for sale on my website. So what did I do? I took fish that I did have on my website and took them off and put them in a pond. So all my yellow rainbow fish are now outside in a pond and now not for sale. So I thought, you know what? I only have like 4 fish for sale on my website. Might as well make it 3. So I'm a pretty sweet businessman. But the goal is that they will breed, and then come fall, winter, hopefully instead of, I think I had like 20 yellow rainbows, maybe I'll have 200. And that video comes out Wednesday. I'm still doing 2 videos a week. I don't know if I mentioned that. I know Corey wants me to go down to 1. John said just do 1 a week. I can't. I have too much time on my hands to not do 2 videos a week. Like, if I do 2 videos a week and they're still terrible production quality, then I'll go down to 1. But we'll see. I'm really motivated right now, so it's not like I just want to like bust out a video and then do nothing. Like, bust out a video. Like, I realized I could get like 3 months of video stacked up. What did I say? I had 20. So yeah, I could literally do 4.5 months of videos scheduled out. But then I'm gonna be bored for 4.5 months. Like, Bob has a video on saltwater corals. The first time making rapashi. Any secrets to know? Making it for my pleco? Nope. Super easy. It's like pancake mix. Throw in a little water, throw in a little mix it up, boom. It's easy. I mean, you have to boil the water, but other than that. The new banner is pretty cool. I really like the photo of you have at the bottom of your website. Oh, yeah, the hiking video. That was Jimmy's video, as a matter of fact. Aqua Discovery says, I have 3 baby whale fish sharing a tank with CPD that look amazing. The baby whale, I actually had that, and I gave it back to the fish store. I mean, that's a terrible thing to do. But I didn't know if it was just stressed or if that was just natural behavior, because it never came out. It stayed underneath this piece of driftwood and never, ever came out. And so I don't know if I was just doing something wrong, but I gave it back to the fish store because I felt bad. Alex says, overhead sump, aka trickle filters, excellent choice for large tanks with high density stocking. Peacocks, check out enjoying cichlids. Ed. I guess I missed that question, didn't I? Natural behavior, nocturnal. Yeah, I know they're nocturnal, but this was like, it just seemed excessive. Like I literally had to like reach in the tank and put bloodworms right in front of it. It wouldn't even come out to eat. So yeah, and to be honest, I didn't know what I was doing when I got it. We've all been there. You know, I'm not gonna act like it wasn't a mistake. It was definitely a impulse purchase. It was something different. The only thing I looked up when I bought it was that it didn't get the size of a baby whale. That's all I did. I googled the size and I was like, sweet, wrap it up, bag it up, put it in a box, whatever you got to do. I want it. And it was just so different, like I had to have it. And big mistake. But again, we've all been there. King and Queen Cichlids with the $20 super chat. Holy smokes. Question of the day: what camera are you filming with? I'm debating on upgrading. Canon 90D seems to be the camera creators are raving about right now. It depends. So actually, I am far from a camera expert. Far. I don't even think. So when I shoot outside, I just use a GoPro. That's it. I try not to use the GoPro anymore, but in my next video, I did use the GoPro because, like I said, there was 2 of us, and I didn't know how to get both of us on as far as audio. And the GoPro has a really, really, really good audio for the most part, unless you dunk it underwater, which I did. And so it was kind of muffled. But I currently use the Sony 6500, and I have 3 lenses for it, 4 lenses, I think. Which is what I'm using currently. But they just came out with like the best blogging camera ever, and I don't remember if is Corey still here. Yeah, the Sony ZV-1. I went to Corey's house like 2 weeks ago, and he showed me this camera, and I'm really thinking about selling my 6500 to buy one. And the reason I say it depends on like how you're filming is because it is, I mean, so it's exactly like, I got tape on my camera. So it's exactly like this camera right here, basically. I mean, this is a G7X Mark II. But this is the style. So it's a handheld, like point and shoot type of camera. And so if that's like you're filming like vloggy style, then it's really, really good. It's really good. Like we tested the close-up, because that's the one thing I like about my 6500 is like the really, really close-up shots, and it worked just fine. The autofocus was insanely fast, and it's just so easy. It's like idiot proof, and I'm not calling you an idiot, I'm calling me an idiot, because it's like the perfect camera for me. Because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten my 6500 and had to call Jimmy in a pinch and being like, what the F is wrong with my camera? Like, the thing I don't like about the 6500 is I'm always pressing buttons on accident and changing something, because I do film vlog style a lot of times, like where I'm doing this, and then like back here, I'll accidentally like hit a button, or I don't even know where my finger is. Where is it at? Right here. Like, see all these buttons? Sometimes I'm holding it and I'll hit it, because I don't always use like a selfie stick thing, whatever. Probably should, but you know, I mean, it really depends. It really depends. I'm definitely going to buy that new Sony though, because it's cheap. It's very, very cheap, and it's really, really impressive. So, does it have a flip screen? Yes. Yep. And I believe it flips out sideways. I may be wrong, but whereas this one flips out on top, which I hate, because there's like all the camera shoes are on top, so it's like, well, how am I supposed to attach a mic to that now? So I believe the Sony like flips out this way, sideways flip. Yeah, there you go. It is like truly an amazing camera. Like, yeah. So I can't afford it unless I sell my 6500, but I don't really want to sell my 6500 because I do like the lenses, like the telephoto lenses. I do I use that stuff not for YouTube though, but I do use like telephoto lenses when I'm hiking, shooting the sky, the moon, things like that. And I definitely could not do that with the new Sony. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe the new changes on my channel will blow up, and then I can afford the Sony without having to sell a 6400. What did I 64 or 6500? I have the 6400, not the 65. I don't even know which one I have. It's the 64 or the 65. What's the difference? One number. Actually, it'd be 100 numbers. But yeah, that's my recommendation. The Canon. So again, not coming from an expert, but just what I've learned from lurking in Jimmy's Facebook group is that the Canons overheat. They're having like a lot of the new Canons are overheating, or whatever the new badass Canon camera is. Apparently that one's overheating a lot. So yeah. Anyways. Aquarium Co-op says, King and Queen cichlids, we have tested like all cameras. The ZV-1 is what I show up with to film. And that is true. I can vouch that this guy buys like every single camera under the sun every single time. So yeah. The nice thing about that is Corey is filming what you're gonna film, fish. So it's a very unique perspective to us. And I mean, and Jimmy, I'm in the same boat with Jimmy. Jimmy films fish tanks, so he's gonna know too. He says Sony. I don't know. I mean, the Canons are awesome, but I don't know. I gotta go with what the experts say in my field. Duke Nukem says, howdy, question for you, please. Have you ever kept freshwater crabs or freshwater clams? If so, was it neat/successful? I just had a video on freshwater clams a couple weeks ago. I have no idea if they're still alive because they're about that big. And I put some in the pond and I put others in a green water tank. And I can't even see the fish in the green water tank, so I'm definitely not seeing clams. The freshwater crabs I kept, what were those funky things? Pom-pom crabs, I think. And they only lasted about 8 months, and there's really like no reliable info on them. They were adults already, so did they die of old age? Were they truly freshwater? I don't know. Did they die because they weren't in brackish? I don't know. But it was just under a year that I had those pom-pom crabs. And a lot of people still sell them as true freshwater, so I don't know. King Queen Cichlid says, best $20 super chat ever spent. Great advice. Well, thankfully Corey was here. Aquarium Co-op, when will the Wi-Fi timers be available? Ready to power up my lighting with those. Oh, I had just had a video on timers. Remember Sony cassettes? The Walkman? Aquarium Co-op, when do you think merch will be available in New Zealand? Yeah, whenever Joel decides to ship. This comes up all the time. Overseas shipping, just shipping out of the country in general is very expensive. Like very, very expensive. So I know it sucks, but I think if you're just looking for merch though, can you do Teespring? I thought Teespring was worldwide, but maybe just Europe and the US. I don't know. John is here. John Akiji Tropicals. Hi. Whoa, I don't know what this is. Somebody tell me what this is. What is this? It's $1, $2. It's under $5, but I don't know what that is. Rohan, whatever that is, thank you. I've never seen that symbol before. T-Shot with a $2 says new camera fund. Thank you, my friend. We'll make it happen. We'll see. I like that trigger art that's in the thumbnail. I know, me too. It has nothing to do with live streams. I've actually had that photo for almost a month, and I changed my live streams so that the thumbnails are always the same, and that was a disaster. That was terrible. So now I'm going to go back to random thumbnails, and I got a chance to use that trigger. It's it's really cool. I'm glad I found it. And it's copyright free, so I won't even get in trouble. I'm supposed to visit Australia and New Zealand for Extreme. Maybe meet some wholesalers while there. Oh. Do you need a travel buddy? Although I'm sure Katie's not going to miss going to New Zealand and Australia. Oh, man. It'll make sense in a second. I want someone to tell me what kind of currency that is. Anyone? Anyone? Nobody knows? Rupees? Rupees, maybe? Rupee. What did I look up? Symbol? Oh, that might be rupees. Hey, look at that. It is. Awesome. That might be the first rupees I ever got. And if I could have it physically, I would keep it forever, Rohan. Because it was my first. And then, oh, T-Shot. Camera fun. Thanks. Streetwise. What's up, buddy? Where were we the other day where you were there? We were talking about something. Well, the stream was talking about something, and I don't remember. But anyways, thanks for the $5, Streetwise. I appreciate it. Corey, can you take an old man with you? Oh, man. You should go to the Redwood Aquatics in Christchurch if you come to New Zealand. Great store. I'm sure Joel will have all kinds of recommendations, especially where to get African cichlids. Benny's Aquatics says, hey, Steenfott Aquatics, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing really, really well. Anyone have some cool, peaceful fish suggestions, rainbow fish, for a 75 rainbow fish that are from Africa? Rainbow fish. Something that's preferably schooling, rainbow fish, and on the cheaper side, Pracox rainbow fish. That's it. What more do you need? Stream's over. Steenfott Aquatics, long time no see. How's it been, Barbarino? Hey, buddy. Last time you made an appearance with that name, you dropped a $2 super chat at least. But I just got here. Bare Bottoms Aquariums. Yeah, right. I'm just kidding. Steenfott. You just remember the password to that account and decided to switch over. Rainbows are from Africa. Duh. I mean, that's where the farms are. So, well, one of them. Pracox rainbow from Africa. Shh. Nobody knows. I am the expert here. I'm the one on YouTube, which means I know everything. So if I say rainbow fish are from Africa, they are from Africa. All right? Come on. Fantastic Freaks with the $5 super chat says, is the tank in the background yours? Looks good. This is Jimball's tank, Jimmy Gimbal, although he just tore this tank down to drive across country. So this tank is no longer in service. Sad. But he makes a lot of good tanks, so I'm sure he'll set up another one, hopefully. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to have a fish room or not. He probably won't have time, to be honest. I doubt it. Priscilla says it's hard to keep track of all the passwords. Auto save. I just don't do any passwords. For me, you just gotta type in the name. That's it. No passwords. Jimmy gets here tomorrow night. That is true. That is true. And then I gotta go Wednesday to help him unpack like 2 boxes. 2 boxes were too much for him. Is Jimmy driving out west soon? Yep. He's probably in Idaho right now. Or close to it. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Mela Zimbabwean rainbow. Duh. Oh, man. Kitty Cylinder, you're very welcome. Getting Kang's guppies in the mail now. I'm excited. They are amazing. We have Kang Lee's blue Moscow guppies, I believe. I think. Blue or purple? I think blue. But it's probably, I think blue, so it's probably purple. He left late, not quite to Idaho. Oh, well, somewhere. Whatever, he'll be here tomorrow night. And it looks like him and my female are going to spawn. Who? Benny's Aquatics, who? Not sure. I missed it. Oh well. Rescue Dog Treats, hello. Zeeland is the westernmost province of the Netherlands. Zeeland? Zeeland. Benny's Golds. Oh, Gold Rams. Gold Rams. Okay. Okay. Very important question, John. Are you a fan of Rams? Fantastic Freaks. Favorite type of rainbow? I like Australians. Whew. Whew. Man, if I only had to pick like one. I would have to say, I don't know that I could pick just one rainbow. If I could only choose one type, like Melanotania, Pseudomcgill, even though there's like 100 Melanotania, I think I'd have to go with Glossolepis. If I could only keep one, I can't pick one, so I'll pick one type, and it would be Glossolepis. You just can't beat the fins. The fins are awesome. Katie Tropicals on the last video you put out, and what? Lizzie posted a pic of Jimmy at Devil's Peak today. Glosso are the best. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that I could go without those long fins, like the red dragons of Gary Lang's. Those things are amazing. Is it rude to point out ick to my LFS? Negative. Wait, if I see one in their tanks while I'm there, I was on the fence but thought they'd probably already know about it and didn't want to be annoying. So the only time I would point it out is if they didn't have like some sort of warning or like the lights off. If it wasn't obvious that they were quarantining the tank, then I would say something. But like if you go to Aquarium Co-op, if something's wrong with the tank, they turn the light off. If I go to Petco, my local Petco, which is just really stupid, but they'll have one tank and it say these fish are being watched or quarantined or something, even though they all share the same filtration, but at least it's something. So at least now I know nothing in this entire block is going to be safe. But unfortunately, other people don't know that. But I mean, let's be real. I'm not buying fish at Petco anyways. Dana Grimes, welcome to the Steenfott Show. The goal was to get 25 members today, so we only have 24 to go. Thank you, Dana. So there's going to be... I won't even say it. I won't even say it. Thank you, and welcome to the Steenfott Show. Number 76. Got my Oscar shirt. Oh, get my Oscar shirt tomorrow? I don't even have one yet. And he said I was going to be the first. So, yeah. Whatever. Alex says, saw those Lake Itinjo Bosmani you gave to Bentley and became a convert. Convert. Lake Itinjo is probably the best. They stay small, so unlike the regular Bosmanis that gets huge, the Lake Itinjo don't get very big. Hey, Dana, is Rescue Dog Treats better? Agreed. Okay. John tells everyone that. You're going to be the first to get it. Please click the like button. Listen to Susan. So can we hear the story of the Bigfoot sounds? It was... Where was that? South Central Washington. We were just somewhere on Highway 410, which goes over the Cascades. So somewhere on the pass. It was about 2:30 in the morning. in the morning about, and there was 2 of them, and it was going on for about 10 minutes before I started recording, and then as soon as I started recording, it stopped. I think there was like 2 or 3 calls, but there was 2 of them because one was coming from the north, and then one was coming from like the west, and it wasn't like an echo or anything. I mean, it was like, you know, minutes apart. So whatever it was, they were calling each other, and yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much the story. I didn't wander off because it was pitch black. So I just stood outside my tent and recorded until they stopped. I said you'd get one. I didn't say you'd be the first. That's not true. That's in the live stream too, buddy. You said it in the live stream. In the live stream. Doesn't 410 go up to Paradise? It is my favorite pass. Everything on Highway 410 is beautiful. Everything. It's awesome. If you go... It's, well, I'd say it's probably the most dangerous pass, but it's awesome. It's super awesome. Wait, what did you just call me? My name is Daryl. I think I just called you Mike. I believe we have that on record. Yep, it is on record, my friend. Stream is so nice. I liked it twice. Possibly some type of owl, Bob? No, definitely not owl. Definitely not owl. I mean, the audio recording doesn't do it justice. It's very throaty. The owls were going before like pitch black. The owls were going from like 9 to 10, and I got a recording of the owls too, so it's completely different, very different. I can't believe with all the cell phones everywhere, someone hasn't gotten a good pic of Bigfoot. I mean, Daryl. Oh, the commercial, duh. Why does your voice sound like Batman when you read KG Tropical's comments? I don't know. I haven't seen any messages from you. I wonder where it went. Bigfoot, y'all need to leave them alone. They're just trying to live their life. Yep. I'll find one day. You know, whatever. Bigfoot calls go hoot hoot. It's like owl. Batman dad. Okay, what other fish questions we got? We're only like 35 minutes into this stream. Holy smokes. This is why I don't start early. I feel like I've been streaming forever, and it's only 5:30. Well, we got over 200 people here, so that's pretty cool. The quest to 300 continues. Let me scroll down here. Maybe if I scroll down, I'll get some new questions. Blake's Aquatics, welcome to the Steenfott show. Only 23 to go. Thank you, Blake. I appreciate it. There is some actually, that Bigfoot was the last members only content, but there is a members only video coming out this week. So, did some filming outside, and the audio is absolutely terrible. So, your reward for paying $5 a month is you get your own members only video with absolute terrible audio. The audio is so bad I cannot release it onto the channel, so I'm releasing it to people that pay to be on my channel. Whew, what a reward! I'm telling you, you guys are oh man, you guys get all the best of the best. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. I'm gonna lurk so I can cook my bacon. I just had bacon about 3 hours ago, and I think, speaking of bacon, it's time for me to take a break because I ate my bacon today and my heart kind of hurt for a little bit. I was like, maybe I should like chill out on the bacon for a little while. I've been averaging like 3 pounds a week. Maybe I'll cut back a little bit. Does anybody know what a good size piston pump for around 10 to 20 tanks, mostly 10s, 20s, and 40s? Well, Aquarium Co-op sells one now. I think it's the exact same one I have, but I could be wrong. Yay, membership perks, table scrap videos. Yep. It's fun though, at least, you know. Best members only content on YouTube. Yeah, that's true. I really spoil you guys. I thought he was gonna play it too. Candy. Wait, what? What? Message retracted? Shenanigans. Did you see where Michael Skurnick has lost about 30 pounds? Healthy snacks off? Yeah, man. I'm not saying I'm cutting out bacon forever. I'm just gonna take a little break. T-Shot says, follow up on Ick in the store. There was no sign of quarantine. I bought some Rummy Nose week before, and they had Ick in the bag. He took them back. I'm starting to lose confidence in them. Yeah, and it's tough. It's tough. I don't know. Maybe they're desperate. I don't know if they were shut down and just trying to flip anything they can right now to get some money. Yeah, definitely should never sell diseased fish, though. That's terrible. What are the special parameters that Gertrude need that you referred to? I don't think I did. What was I talked about special parameters for the Celebes, but I don't remember saying anything about Gertrude. I don't test my Gertrude's water at all. Right out of the tap. I'm running about 7 pH, about 74 degrees right now in my fish room. Yeah, the only rainbows that I really have to watch are the Friccata and the Celebes. Both of those, and it's not even a parameters thing. It's just they want like pristine water, like perfect water. So you really got to watch it. You can't miss a water change with those two rainbows, in my experience. Veranda Guy says, thinking about changing my inline diffuser to reactor to get rid of some of the Sprite soda water effect. Any experience with such a reactor? No, because I like the Sprite soda effect. So I would never use a reactor or an inline diffuser. I only liked in-tank diffusers because I like all the little bubbles. So I've never even thought about using something like that. So, you know, sorry, I can't help you, buddy. Can you damage your piston pump by not having enough air stones or outlets or some type? Yes, so your piston pumps, they do have to be somewhat regulated. And by that, I mean you have to pay attention. A lot of people will run like an extra airline just to nowhere, just to relieve pressure, because it will build up back pressure. They can overheat and fry. So you can burn up linear air piston pumps pretty easily. So tiny bubbles in my drink. How does metal compare to Alita? I don't even know what you're talking about. How many watts is your linear air pump? Trying to find out how much money I can save over individual pumps. It's 45 watts. I have the LPH, the Gemco LPH 45, which I could be wrong, but I believe that's kind of the same area as the Aquarium Co-op one that I was talking about earlier. And mine is 45 watts. The thing is, like the Tetra Whisper 100 or 40, whatever one is rated for like the 100 gallons, I believe that one's like 7 watts. I think. Candy says we're only selling the LPH 45, which puts out 47 liters of air per minute, and so it's like the same 45 watts, right? Here, let me just do this, since you guys love this screen. To still have one of these brand new from when they were on sale for like $3 on Amazon. So let's see, wattage. Quiet. It says quiet. I guess we're gonna have to open it to see wattage. This is how I open my boxes, right? It has a stupid little tab here, and I could just go do that. But no, I'm just gonna rip the whole thing wide open. Whatever. Oh. All I want's the wattage, dude. Just tell me the wattage. Someone's probably already said it in chat, but I don't care. I'm on a mission from God. Let's see. Wattage upside down. Black writing on black background. That's awesome. I don't see anything. Oh, here we go. So this is the Whisper 40, and it's 4 watts. So there you go. If you have like 12 of these, then that's going to equal like 1 LPH 45. Not like 11. Whatever. Whatever. Blues Brother reference. That is true. It's that's about time I watched that movie again, especially since I just bought a Blues Brother car. I should probably watch the movie again. See, it still goes back together perfect, even though I opened it like an ape. Okay. All right, I'm back. Ham Aquatics says, I just got 2 blue rams and one of them is digging pits in the sand. That's interesting. They're not really sand spawners, but maybe it just doesn't like that sand. I don't know. Oh, great. Now the stupid song is going to be stuck in my head all night. There you go. I'll have a total of up to 25 pumps to figure monthly savings. Wow. 25. Well, even at like 4 watts each, you're going to save money. And Gentex, welcome to the Steenfott show, my friend. I appreciate it. And there is the link right below that to my Blues Brother vehicle. Not yet. Still needs to get paint job, but eventually. But thank you, Jackson Tax. I don't know why I said Jackson Tax. 22 more to go. I'm not ending this live stream until we hit 100 members. So actually, that's going to incentivize you to not become members. Guys, I'm just joking. Relax. I don't have that many outlets. The nice thing about going to an LPH 45 or the linear air pump in general is you pretty much can get unlimited outlets. And I say pretty much, but if you do one of them loop type systems, you can do way more than what they say. Way more outlets. Grumpy Mike's Fish, welcome to the Steenfott show. Okay, I have to leave, guys. Steenfott Aquatics, everyone have a good night. Thank you, Scott, for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate it, and I hope you get the Sony camera so that I can have more advice on if I should get it. You go spend $800 and then let me know if it was worth it. I'm always impressed how you are everywhere, Candy. Everywhere. Only trouble with Whisper Pump is no UL or EC approved, so if there's a fire, the home insurance won't pay it off. But how are they going to prove that? You'd think that if this thing starts on fire and my whole house burns down, they're going to be able to say that it was this exact pump that is not UL rated. It is not insurable. Maybe it was the fluval light. You don't know. And besides, when the fire investigator's here, you just slip them a little hundo. Be like, say it was the fluval, dude. Say it was the fluval. The dude with the handshake, the $20 handshake. Yep. There's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, and it's dark out, and we're wearing sunglasses. That's such a good movie. Candy is under your bed. What? Making DIY aquarium bulb holder protectors. What size internal diameter would you guys suggest? Holy smokes, that sounds like something I never want to do. Making a DIY aquarium bulb holder and protector. What size internal diameter would you guys suggest? Well, see, I'm not going to be responsible for any fires either. So, those handshakes are followed by cuffs. They're firemen. They can't arrest you. The co-op, no, not co-op related, but I just got my bubble teas from KG. What is that? What does that care if it's co-op related or not? This isn't a co-op only live stream, Zen Ginger. What? Man. That's why I want to have it. Oh, that's why I want to switch to linear pump. Fewer outlets, more power. Yeah, it'll change your life. I mean, remember when LR Bratz had like 1 million of these things in his fish room? When I was there, these Whisper pumps were everywhere. I was tripping over them. I was doing somersaults over them. They were just everywhere. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. They were discussing co-op stuff. I was just clarifying that I wasn't confused. That's funny. Is that a 37 roaster for real? Yep. Yep. Oh, you're talking about the Jaguar? It is for real. And LRB has no error. And no error. No, we can't message the club about Bob anymore. Apparently it's frowned upon. That's true. This is true. It's true. Candy overalls. Hooray indeed. Not a big order, but it's all fun stuff. It's all something fun. It's all still fun. I don't know. When I misread a sentence and you misspell a word, it's just a recipe for a disaster. All I wanted was an intake sponge and wound up getting a never clogged stone and some hose. What I don't understand. Okay, do I have one? Do I have a never clog hose here? I still got my sponge filter here. Where's my never clog air stone? Where? I know I have one here. It's really time for the maid to come clean off my desk. I'm telling you. I mean, I got packing tape up here for crying out loud. Where's my air stone? I don't see my air stone. I know there's one on this desk somewhere. I know it. It's got to be true. I've got... Oh! Come louder. I got a lily, but there's no bulb in here because it's already out in my pond. Man, I know it. I know it. I have a 4K camera for some reason just sitting here. Anyways, what I don't get... Okay, I won't be able to show you, but it doesn't really matter. The Never Clog Air Stones come with replacement little intake filters in case yours clog. Never Clog Air Stone that comes with replacement little intake things in case it clogs. Things that make you go, Oh, and after I said that, I just found it. Boom. See? Not only does it come with one, but it comes with 4. 4. Never clog. To be fair, I have never had one of these clog, ever. But still. And I know, they're the same price. So, from the manufacturer, they're the same price with or without the extra little foam pads. But I still think it's kind of funny. It's a little bit funny, right? A little bit? I don't know. I thought it was funny too, but I figured why not? I almost never use air stones, but still. These things have been an absolute game changer in my sponge filters. Like, not even kidding. When I started... Okay, so when I first started using sponge filters a long time ago, I never put these, I never took them apart and put these in there. Then I saw Corey did a video where he's putting never clog air stones in his sponge filters, and I was like, whatever. That's just a bunch of extra work. And then, probably 2 years, finally I started. I was like, whatever, screw it, I'll try it. And now I don't set up a sponge filter without one of these. You'd think I would have listened to it from the start, but nope. You know me. I gotta do everything the hard way. That's just the way I live my life. I'm gonna put my big jug on the floor. To be fair, do you see Rummy Nose Rasboras on any vendor's list? Very, very, very rarely. I've got them in twice when did I open? In September. So 10 months, I've seen them twice. I get them every time, but I've only seen them twice. I changed mine once when I had sick fish. That makes sense. They charge shipping? Who's they? Oops. Steenfott Aquatics, a sponge filter I got for the quarantine tank has a built-in line going all the way down with vent holes that make it unnecessary to run a line with an air stone. Whew, okay. I don't know what any of those emojis mean. A carousel, a unicorn, or no. I don't know. A clown hut? I don't know. How do you like to attain and maintain a low pH? Mark Shrimp Tanks told me to use Akadama soil. I don't have an issue because my pH is low out of the tap. So I don't have to do anything. I have crystal red shrimp that are starting to breed like crazy. Nothing, just tap water. So I don't have that problem. If you do have that problem, then yes, you can do like aqua soil. There's many different types of aqua soil out there that will lower your pH and kind of keep it steady, like that 6.5, 6.8 range. You could use leaves, woods, anything that's going to provide tannins, stuff like that. Peat, a lot of people like to put peat in their filters, just a little bag of peat. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that. I have to go the other way and add crushed coral to my water to make it higher and harder. I stopped using air stones also. The Aquatop filters work perfectly, just plugging the air line right into the filter. I am unsure of these Aquatop filters. Let me Google it. No, I can't Google it. I haven't been a fan of Aquatop for a very long time, so I don't really keep up with their products. I don't even see Aquatop on here. All I see is the Hikari ones. See, I don't like the density of these. I just don't. I don't think this is the one you're talking about, because this is just the standard one that definitely does not have anything inside of it. I don't know. I'll probably have to maybe go to their website or something. I'll do that after the stream. Check it out. Swiss Tropicals. Honestly, like, what doesn't work, really? Canister filters are dumb, but everything else works pretty well. Chum. Rescue dog treats. What else we got? 233. See, we're getting closer to 300. And we're not even an hour. Hour number 2, like once we hit that hour mark, is usually, for some reason, we get like an influx of people. So we might hit 250 today. That'd be pretty amazing. Share this out to your grandmas, as Corey used to say. Yeah. Box filters, sponge filters, they all work. I mean, really. Emmanuel Steenfott Aquatics at Steenfott Aquatics says, Epistogramma cockatoides be okay with corridoras? Yes. Sturbis? Yes. Black skirts? Yes. Flame tetras? Yes. Meant to tag you the first time? Yep. Yep. As long as you're not cramming all those in like a 10-gallon tank, obviously, then yeah, you're just fine. Sturbi, even when the cockatoides are breeding, like sturbis are armored catfish, so if they get a little nip here and there, not gonna bother them at all. No big deal. Random guy says, the 75-gallon is currently half dirted with plants on the right side. Think about planting the left side, but it's only sand. Would you dirt and cap or aqua soil the left side? I would not plant it at all. There you go. Oh wow, moon, that rocks. So what I would do is, well, I mean, it depends on what you're gonna plant. If you're doing like ground cover, then honestly I would just ground cover it like right down the middle, wherever that split is that's still like dirted. I would plant that side and I would let it creep over to the other side. Otherwise it would depend on what plants. Like stem plants, you don't need any of that crap for stem plants. They get all their nutrients out of the water column anyways, so like root tabs for stem plants is dumb. It's a waste of money. So yeah, but if you're doing like sword plants or crypts, something that's like a really heavy root feeder, then I probably would. Duke Doom says, good to see you. Time for a bike ride. Have a good night and a safe week. I went on a bike ride this last weekend. Motorbike ride, but still a bike ride. So I can't blame you. I would do it right now if I could. Whoops, I just hit the like. Are you a slacker too? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Moonstone Aquatic says, I'm no slacker. Barbara Jackson says, I cut an AquaClear replacement filter block in half, cut a hole in it, and stuck an air stone into it, weighed it down with pebbles, and it works great. Anything works. See, I have those as well. I've done that many times. I have a tank that only has an air stone. I've got Radinocentris, Siri Creek, and a 20 long with absolutely no filtration except water changes and an air stone. It's a never clog air stone, but it's still an air stone. How often does that smoke machine thingy come on the right? I have no idea. Probably, I don't know, 45 minutes, half hour. I don't know. I don't know. How long until mystery snails color up? Mine are breeding like crazy. Man, it really depends on how much you're feeding them. Whew. Try to cover up a burp there. Gotta take a drink. The faster you feed them, the more you feed them, the faster they'll grow, and the faster they will color up. Kenny says my Hambroses are doing well with a couple pea puffers in the tank. That's actually pretty cool. What kind of motorbike do you ride? I have a Honda Shadow. Honda Shadow. Bob Vance says later Duke Nukem. I'm late. I'm watching on my phone and can't see what fish he has in the tank. Would someone help a gal out? There are Celestial Pearl Danios. There are Pseudomagills. And I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. CPDs and Pseudomagills. I don't see anything else. Nope, I don't see anything else. Cool. Hey, Steenfott Aquatics. It's low tech. The right side is all root feeders, no stems, various swords and crypts. Just thought the rainbows might appreciate more plants. Well, rainbows are going to appreciate room to swim. So just leave them room to swim. You could do water sprite. That's going to blow up really fast. So it just depends on how much trimming you want to do. But just, again, make sure you got enough room for them to school around. We should have some guppies with an air stone and a 10-gallon with a ton of plants. I have, yeah, mine's a 20-gallon long, an air stone, and algae. I'm trying to, well, there's a spawning mop too, so you can see what I'm trying to do here is get them to spawn. So it's just a ton of algae, a spawning mop, but they still haven't spawned. And then I also have my group out in the ponds of Siri Creek, Radinocentris, and I still haven't seen any fry. Again earlier today, I went out there and I pulled up a bunch of the spawning mops. Not a single egg. I'm just having terrible luck. Terrible luck. But, I mean, they could be breeding. I mean, it's 400 gallons, and there's a ton of plants in there. So, I'm still crossing my fingers and just hoping that, you know, maybe they're feeding on roots or laying on roots, because I do have floating plants in there. And I'm not pulling those up. I figured it's in the name. My first sand-capped dirted tank is doing awesome. Dirted tanks are so easy. A lot more people should be doing them. I mean, really, it's like it's almost a guarantee you won't get any algae after like that first couple months of everything balancing out. I've never had algae in a dirted tank ever. They're amazing. When I get my so I sold the 240 gallon. A lot of people are asking me why. It's because I'm going to be installing a 280 gallon in its place, and it's more square. So not by a lot, but it's a little bit. So it's better for the puffer. And I'm seriously considered dirting it and capping it with sand. And I mean, mainly for the cost. Like, I'm not going to buy, I don't even know how many bags. That would be like 20 or 30 bags of Eco Complete at least. And that's like $500-600 in Eco Complete. That ain't happening. Whereas I can go buy like 50-pound bags of dirt for like $1. So really, that's the main reason. Secondary is that they're amazing and they grow plants really well. So Pogostemum helferi is an ornamental plant belonging to the family yes, and it loves hard water. Don't waste your money if you have soft water. Just throwing that out there. I'm sure somewhere someone's been successful growing that in soft water. I have never got it to grow in anything but like Lake Tanganyikan water. Maybe I'm just terrible. Probably. My new phone arrives tomorrow. Yay, iPhone SE 2020. I hope it works better than its namesake. I don't even know what that is. Obviously, I know what an iPhone is, but an SE 2020? No idea. Congrats on the new phone, though. I'm having better luck breeding inside than in my pond. Deb, yeah, I've got no fry in either ponds. And I'm definitely not going to have fry in my other pond because I put African cichlids out there. And if the gold minnows spawn, that'll just be food for the African cichlids. Will Tanganikans eat that plant? Let's see. Cyprichromis won't, Paracyprichromis won't, and Multis won't, and Julidochromis won't. At least they didn't when I had it. SE is basically a 6S with a better camera. Isn't the 6 like 6 years old? Aren't they on like 10 by now? I don't know. Streetwise, it's got 3 inches of dirt and 3 inches of sand. The dwarf sag is taken off. The crypt and valves are melting back, but I have new tiny leaves. All sounds normal. That's when you get jungle val in a dirty tank. It's like in a matter of hours, you're gonna have way too much jungle val. Once it settles in, yeah, it goes crazy. My stargrass is dying off. Trying to save it. That's one of those ones that can take a while to get going, but once it gets going, like you can never get rid of it. So I don't know, man. When I was doing really well with stargrass, I was using, what was I using? I think Eco Complete at the time. I can't remember. I had stargrass in Eco Complete or dirted with sand capped. I don't remember. It's been so long. I'm seriously expecting to see a mini foot push out of my girlfriend's rib cage right now. What? Like an alien situation going on over there. Dragon, you may have to stab the soil with a wooden skewer. Deeper soil for the first couple months. Yeah, people say that, but unless there's going to be something burrowing down there, the best thing you can do in a dirty tank is get Malaysian trumpet snails, and then you never have to worry about it. Malaysian trumpet snails are like a must-have with dirted tanks. It's like in your garden when you put earthworms in there, you know, to stir everything up. Malaysian trumpet snails, same way. They're absolutely money in dirted tanks. I wish Anubias could take more light. It's like, oh, more than low light conditions. I hope you like algae. It's also doesn't like, it'll like die off. It'll like burn up in like super bright light. I'm talking like sun. All that Anubias, I had that huge clump of Anubias that I put out last year in the ponds, and yeah, it burned up quick, really quick. Gotta go for good this time. Sorry. Oh, okay. So I guess you'll still be here in an hour like last time. She's 7 months along. Oh man, you got plenty of time. You got 2 more months before your foot's gonna start kicking out. What's the moss in Jimmy's tank? Honestly, it just looks like Java moss. But it's probably, well, this right by my head definitely looks like Java moss. This right here. I mean, honestly, it all looks kind of raggedy. Java moss is definitely raggedy moss. I hate Java moss. Yeah, but I don't know for sure. I don't. Totally agree. He did not. It took a ton with him. Fill Jimmy up with your famous dip. From that household, I wouldn't be surprised about an alien situation. Nice. Grows submersed. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I wish Anubias. Yep. Anubias with yellow edged holes, potassium deficiency, and too much light. Wait, what moss is best for growing on wood like that then? My favorite moss will always be Christmas moss, but there's way better mosses than Java moss, in my opinion, is like a parasite. Once you have Java moss, you can never get rid of it. It just grows like everywhere. Like instead of growing along a branch, it'll just grow off like 6 inches up into the water column. It's I do not like Java moss at all. Can you tell? So my favorite mosses are Christmas moss, flame moss, Physidens, Fontanus is an amazing, cool looking moss. And those are kind of like my top go-tos, but Christmas moss is probably always going to be my favorite by far. Physidens is good too. Yeah, I feel like there needs to be more Physidens moss in the hobby. Pillow moss is pretty rare, but another good one. Oh, excuse me. You had the best goldfish content. I don't know who you're talking to, but it cannot be me. Java moss plus duckweed equals green Velcro. Yeah, so I feel like Java moss is the only moss I've ever had that just attracts. It's just like fish poop, detritus, mulm, everything just come right to me. It's like a magnet. And I don't experience that with other mosses. That's, another reason that I hate Java moss. I do like Java moss in terrariums. That's a really, really good moss for terrariums or paludariums out of the water. In the water, no go. Do a 5 favorite mosses video. I would, but it probably only like 5 people would watch it, unfortunately. James says, I have flame moss in my shrimp tank, liquid rock water, love it, won't die. Yep. You know what I don't like is the weird one. It's not even moss, but what is it? Subswassertang. I do not like Subswassertang. I cannot stand that stuff. That's another, like, in my experience, like, parasitic plant that once you get it, it's never going away. And there, Edward says, I've been using Subswassertang a lot lately. I don't like it at all. Physidins, though, if you can get a Physidins moss, never turn it down. Physidins moss is amazing. BM3 aquatic, I don't like that either. Yeah, I have it growing in one tank, and like you touch it a little bit and a little leaf falls off and goes somewhere else, and then you got a clump over here, and then you got a clump over here. And if you don't like that, Riccia is another one of those mosses that once you have it, you're never getting rid of it. It took me so long to get rid of Riccia, you have no idea. It was worse than duckweed. Never again. Never. I will say a Riccia carpet is awesome. Like, it looks really, really cool. I do like Java moss in the shrimp tank because it just leaves clumps. I mean, I did like Java moss in my breeding fish for profit because it was just like one big massive ball, like spiraling around, getting bigger and bigger. So it is cool, but in terms of like, and I guess I should have mentioned that, where I'm talking about like aquascape tanks, like behind me. Like, I would never put Java moss on any of that stuff. But in like breeding tanks, it's amazing. When you just let it grow in like a big, massive mushroom cloud, it's really cool. But yeah, for like this Amano style aquascape, I don't even know what you want to call it, but for like this stuff, never, ever. I love duckweed for about 1 month and I hate it for the next 11th month. I never like it ever. I've never had a problem with anything growing too well besides algae. Guppies love Subswassertang, and they are easier to catch versus Java moss. That's true. That is definitely true. Subswassertang, when you're talking about netting fish out, is going to be a lot better than Java moss. Riccia, Blake's Aquatics says it perfectly. Riccia looks awesome until the day it doesn't. Yep. It's just one of those things, like, if you can like Google like Riccia like mats and things like that, and they look really cool. But there will be a time, if you don't maintain that thing perfectly, that it's not gonna look very good anymore. It's just not. Sharon Miller says, darn, I missed a bunch. Hi everyone. Yes. You're about an hour late. That's all right though. Better late than never. Love narrow leaf Java fern. Deb, narrow leaf Java fern is by far the best Java fern in the world. And I wish I could buy that stuff in like huge mats, but you can't. Well, I mean, I'm sure for a certain price you could. Steven, speaking of moss, I need to go to your site ASAP. I finally have a room for stuff. Steven. Steven. For guppies, I actually like either Kambamba or Water Sprite or Wisteria way over any moss for fry to hide. Yeah, anything you could remove. That's one of the biggest frustrations, is trying to catch fish in planet tanks. So if you're like floating Wisteria or Water Sprite, and you can just take it out of the tank to net your fish, it's so much easier. With all these plants I'm growing, it's going to be a real issue netting plants or netting fish out when I sell them. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that yet. Christmas moss with red root floaters, my favorite combo for almost all my tanks. I need to get a good source for red root floaters. I used to have amazing red root floaters, and I let them all die off like an idiot. And now it's like I order them, and they come in dead. I've just terrible luck getting red root floaters. Rich T says, I'm a club subswassertang. I have hard water, so it seems to grow pretty slow. I know I'm a slacker. How much do I owe you for rent? I don't even know who you're talking to. I don't know who Steven is. Who's Steven? What? My red root floaters fed mystery snails. I use fancy fake plants as floaters. It's true. I've seen it. It is like the Trix rabbit took a dump all over his tank. It's the color SC Aquatics. Oh, SC Aquatics. Okay. I get it. Is there anything else I can get that can outpace a BBA then? Well, BBA generally grows pretty slow. I have Water Sprite, Frogbit, 3 Amazon Swords, Java Moss, Jungle Val that's never done well at all, and Hairgrass that's all still alive. You need to figure out what your imbalance is. And if I had to venture a guess, it's you don't have enough of something. There's something, deficiencies will cause algae. So, okay. There's one, it's kind of hard to explain, but you have a lot of very fast growing plants. Water Sprite, Frogbit, Amazon Sword is even a super fast growing. Jungle Val, super fast growing. It doesn't seem like those are gonna like suck up nutrients like nobody's business. So you need to figure out what the imbalance is, and that's how you're gonna get rid of the algae. It's not gonna be by just stacking more plants in there. I don't think I think you have enough plants that grow insanely fast, and you probably have a deficiency that's causing the algae. But that's just a wild guess. I don't know anything about your tank. Sharon Miller says, Candy, did you see my message? Streetwise, welcome to the Steenfott Shoal. I lost count, but thank you. I don't know how many more we have to go. 4 members tonight. That's pretty amazing. Pretty dang amazing. I'm not gonna lie. 2 away from the record, and yeah, 4 members is pretty awesome. Whew. I've been trying for years, and this BBA grows faster than I've ever seen anything grow. I swear that's like the slowest growing algae in the world. Mile High Plecos, I thought you were dead. Like, Priscilla told me you died, and that's why you don't show up anymore. Because I can't think of any other reason why you would stop coming to my stream other than you were dead. So, are you dead? Edward W., welcome to the Steenfott Shoal. This is crazy. Thank you. And remember, all members are going to get the privilege of seeing a terrible video this week. I mean, if that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will. One could lean to BBA and make a carpet. So, I did have a 75-gallon fully carpeted in BBA. I'm actually tearing that tank down, which is why I moved the African cichlids outside. And it is nasty. When you start moving around blackbeard algae, holy smokes. it's disgusting. I've tried near eye snails and SAEs and bristlenose. Bristlenose won't touch it. And a mono shrimp. Legit been trying to beat this stuff for years. I remember talking about this with you before. Have you tried hydrogen peroxide yet? Let me go back to my live. We are over 200. Edward says, one more for you, Bob. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. All jokes aside. BBA isn't that bad. Give it a chance. No, really, try hydrogen peroxide. Bob, did you buy anything off Dan's Fish? I couldn't resist not buying. Nope. Mike, it's just not in the financial cards right now. So eventually, it's not like I'm hoping that it goes well enough that he can do more orders and it's not like a one-time thing. Otherwise, I'm gonna miss the boat if it's just a one-time thing. But hopefully enough people will head on over there and buy all the rainbow fish, and so maybe I can get some in the next batch. But I'm building, I'm helping. Now there's just too much stuff going on for me right now to get new fish for my personal collection. Yes, as Edward says, I thought I mentioned this before, maybe it was someone else. Spot treat BBA with hydrogen peroxide in a pipette. Just go to Amazon, if you have Amazon, I don't know what country you're in, and just type in pipette, and you can buy like a bag of 500 of them for like $2. Let's see. Yeah, 200 for $8, 300 for $8. I mean, there's just a ton of them. And they're even cheaper on eBay, but it'll take like 2 weeks versus Amazon Prime. If you have Prime, I don't know. Hydrogen peroxide needs a few minutes to work. I tried it once. Don't leave it in too long. Dang, excuse me. So, do not get hydrogen peroxide. If your entire tank is covered in BBA, do small sections at a time. It only takes about 24 to 48 hours to kill it. You'll spot treat it. The next day it'll turn red, and the next day it'll be gone, just gone. And just do small sections at a time, because you don't want to just pump your tank full of hydrogen peroxide. You'll just kill off all your plants. So, like, just for instance, like, let's pretend that this moss in this tank is actually BBA. Like, I would do like this little section one day, and then maybe the next day I do this section over here, and then maybe this spot the next day, and then maybe this one, and then this one. Like, that's how you want to do it with hydrogen peroxide. You don't want to treat all of it all at once. I mean, you could, technically you could, if you took and let's say like dropped your water line to here and then just dosed all of this, still spot treating it. You could do it in like a water bottle and just spray all of this down and then fill your tank back up. And then I would probably come back down and fill it back up again. Probably do like 50% water changes, and then pretty much everything would be gone in a couple days. But that's still a bit risky. I would still just do it the way I did it the first time, or showed you the first time. Sometimes hitting it with hydrogen peroxide and Excel is needed. I've never had hydrogen peroxide not work. I have had Excel not work, and Excel is extremely toxic, so don't get it on your hands. I did the dip method with my plants. I was overly careful, so it didn't work. SAEs did the trick. Yeah, and then also, you want to make sure if you're trying SAEs that you're actually getting SAEs and not Chinese algae eaters. Chinese algae eaters won't do anything. Like, you need Siamese algae eaters, SAE. But there's still, unfortunately, some places that either don't know the difference or they do and they don't care. And they'll sell you Chinese because they're way cheaper than Siamese. I see that sometimes, like, well, that's the staghorn algae. If you're able to lift the plant out like I did with my Nubius, I would keep it out of the water until the leaf surface is about dry, then put it back in with the BBA turned red and died off. I thought I had a video on it, but maybe not. Maybe not. I've done dips before, and by the time the plants recovered, the BBA had grown back. Then, yeah, you need to figure out why you're getting BBA. That's ultimately, you could dose with hydrogen peroxide, but unless you start doing some like hardcore research, and the thing is like, you just can't try something for a week. That's what makes planted tanks really hard. You have to give it like a month or 2 months, because fixing an imbalance is not something that's just going to be fixed in like a week. Like, you can fix the imbalance in the week, but you fix that imbalance, it's still going to take 4 weeks for the BBA to die off. So that's when you start getting into like the technical, difficult part of planted tanks. Is, again, that patience, very important. You got to be patient. From what I've seen on the tube, the HP will stunt your Monte Carlo if you have it. I probably, so if I had any algae in Monte Carlo, I would never, ever, well, actually, it doesn't matter. I would never use hydrogen peroxide in Monte Carlo. ever. Terrible idea. You will smoke your Monte Carlo, even if it's just like the tiniest amount of hydrogen peroxide. You will absolutely smoke Monte Carlo. So don't do it. Don't do it with Monte Carlo. My issue was too much nutrition with CO2 and FERT dosing. I mean, yeah. So that's a whole nother aspect. Is if are you doing pressurized CO2? That's going to completely change everything. So you could have a deficiency without CO2. If you add pressurized CO2, it could be a completely different situation. Like what would it be here? Like Amazon swords turning yellow with pressurized CO2 is a different deficiency than if your Amazon swords are turning yellow without CO2. So that also makes a difference. So you got to keep that in mind. Planet tanks are easy, you know. I do my best to be patient, and most of the time I do, but the BBA chokes out plants and kills them. So I ended up having maybe it's just time. I mean, if you've been dealing with this for years, maybe just take a weekend and tear down the tank. Start over. I mean, honestly, after like a year, I would probably give up and be like, nuke the entire tank, starting over. Mark Shrimp Tanks has shown the hydrogen peroxide dosing method similar to passive CO2. Yeah, there's got to be videos out there. There has to be. So Subswasser Tang grows much more open and slowly than Java Moss. Really, my Subswasser Tang grows way faster than Java Moss, and that's why I don't like it. I only have Subswasser Tang in one tank, thankfully. But yeah, that's crazy. Mine grows insanely fast. So whatever is in my water, the Subswasser Tang loves it. Another Monday. Hello, Bob Kaler. Oh, who else is here? I think I saw Cole Schramm in here, but that was probably like an hour ago. So, Cole, if you're still here, hello. Whoops. Veranda guy, 1/3 every week, 7 millimeters of easy green a week, but I test for ammonia nitrite and nitrate when I do water changes. It's always super low. Well, your ammonia and nitrate should always be 0. Not super low, just 0. Soft water and flow for Subswasser Tang. That's probably why it loves me. Although I have like no flow. Well, no, that's not true. It does grow on my hang on back filter. So yeah, it definitely loves flow. I've completely tore down the tank 2 times before. I just could not get rid of my swords, so I think it came back from them. Yeah, and it's not even really an issue of getting rid of swords. You could keep your plants and just get like the plastic shoebox tubs or any type of Tupperware and just float your plants in tap water for a couple days, and the BBA will probably die off. Phoenix Planet Plus for 6 hours. I mean, and the thing is, it could be not enough light. It's tough. I'm convinced I just have BBA and string algae in my tap water. That's funny. I love Pelia. Oh, that's another good one. Yes, it's like a miniature version of Subswasser Tang. Yes, it's been a long time since I had that plant. I've actually, Joseph, I completely forgot about that plant until you just said that. I haven't had that in forever. That's another really good plant. Brandon Guy says ammonia and nitrite should be 0. Yep. Are you sucking up a ton of malm and detritus when you do water changes? BBA loves decomposing organics in the water and lots of light. Yeah, so I will say I love malm in my aquariums, but if you're doing it wrong, you will get BBA for sure. Kaler's Aquatics says, Bob, were you able to get the rainbows you wanted from Dan's list? Nope. It's, I mean, if it was up to me, I would have like every single type that he got. But unfortunately, it's up to my bank account. So at this time, no rainbows. Liverworts are cool, but we have been talking about those rainbows like nonstop for the last 2 hours. I mean, they're super awesome. Mike Aquapros has a good video on bucket blackouts to get rid of Yeah, have you actually tried a blackout? I can't. That's like blackout is like my go-to. I can't believe I haven't even mentioned that yet. Have you tried like a week-long blackout? Liverworts are cool. Yeah, see, I don't know. I love that they grow fast, but I don't know. Liverworts are cool. Okay, I'll give them that. I'll give you that. Speaking of rainbows, what species are those rainbows with the lipsticks? Those are for sale on Dan's Fish. Oh man, can I think of the name off the top of my head? I cannot, but they're collected from Tubuli or Tibuli, Tubili, I believe. I could be wrong. Or I could just go to Dan's Fish and tell you. Sex lineata. Melanotania sex lineata. Kibula. Let's just look. They are for sale on his website though, which is the only place to get them right now. I got mine on Aquabid and paid a pretty penny for them at the time. 100% worth it. Well, they were on his site, but I don't see them now. Did I scroll past it too fast? I probably scrolled past it too fast. Let me go a little slower. Did they? Oh no, here they are. There's 14 available, so some have already sold. And get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that, and then go to here. There we go. There you go. The only place in the United States to get this fish is right here. Species is known for its cute pink lips. Yeah. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Where am I at here? Here I am. Steven, see, I remember. Hey, Bob, what's your current shipping method? Good luck during all this craziness. USPS priority. But in an extreme situation, express. But there's a lot of places like Minnesota, for whatever reason. If I do, so I can do like USPS Express to, I don't know, Delaware, and it's like the next day. USPS Express to Minnesota, which is way closer, is always 2 days, no matter what. So I don't know. But most all my shipments are USPS priority, and knock on wood, hadn't had very many issues in all this craziness yet. But I do not ship if it's hot, and we just went through, the East Coast just went through like this massive heat wave. So I've been delayed shipping for about 2 weeks and finally shipping out tomorrow. And now there's like hurricanes. So yeah, I don't know. Voice and audio not syncing. How's about now? Yeah, that's why. This is why I hate StreamYard. That's why I hate StreamYards. Glad I'm not the only one hearing that. I thought it was my phone. Just dropped on my phone right before that happened. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So I changed all my settings because I couldn't get my stuff to work on StreamYard for Science Gal Aquatics live stream. That was last Friday. I was on her live stream. So check that out if you haven't. But yeah. So there's going to be a few kinks as I do like scene swaps and stuff like that and get everything set back up, but it should be good now. Much better. We mean it's your phone. Yeah, it's your phone, Sean. It's your phone. Oh, and thank you for the $5 super chat. I hope it was worth it. I'm just shipping USPS priority. And I've heard a lot of horror stories. But so far, again, knock on wood, I've been all right. Caswell says, my Rams are super happy and healthy, but I hate my tank, but I love them. This tank is an emotional roller coaster. Welcome to fish keeping, my friend. Just wait till you have like 20 tanks. Bob on Science Gal Aquatics, there's the link. No direct flights to MSPS. From there, have to go through Chicago. Direct flights. Oh, interesting. But I feel like, well, what do I know? I know that Minnesota takes 2 days, and it's very frustrating. I'm not allowed more than 7. You're allowed whatever you want, buddy. You're an adult. Do what you want, man. Do what you want. Kick off your weekend with a stream of rock at the show up. Anyways. All right, so what else we got? Much less worser to become a member. There we go. Double audio. Double. 50 of you are still slackers. Hit the like button. Just check and make sure I didn't miss anything. I watched it bare bottom. I watched everyone's H2O2 vids to calculate a safe dose for when I start treating algae. Sold out on some rainbows already. Let's take a look. The ones I wanted, of course, are the ones that are $45 each. So that's not happening anytime soon. I wish. Man, I wish I could get those rainbows. Those things are beautiful. The Caladari. Whew. Man. Which other ones did I want? I don't remember. Oh, I don't think they're on the website yet. The other ones I wanted. The Centenniensis. Wow, only 2 available. Membramo River. Multi-Squamata. Yeah, I knew those would sell fast. I guess I could just do this. Let's see. So yeah, I knew that these ones would sell, but I didn't think they'd sell that fast. These ones, the Multi-Squamata, I knew those would sell fast. These ones are interesting. Those ones are selling. Don't sleep on the fasciata, guys. 20 left. I promise you, when these things are adults, they look amazing. I promise you. The yellowtail, yeah, I like to get those. Those are pretty rare. What else do we got here? Ooh, some of the Macolochai sold. That's pretty neat. And I'm just assuming that all of these started with a quantity of 20. I could be wrong, except for the adults here. But yeah, what else do we got here? Wait, has somebody bought these yet? Nope, still 14 available. Right here. Get them. Do it. Fletcher Creek. Yeah, these are... I feel like you got to be a real rainbow nerd to have these ones. The Running River are really nice. Is that it? Yeah. Which ones did you get, Fish Tank Barn? I think you already said, but I already forgot. Do I have any of the Philippine blue angelfish? No, I don't do angelfish at all. I absolutely hate shipping angelfish. Like, with a passion. I hate shipping angelfish, and I'll never do it again. Never. Did I miss Bob's response to my super chat? What? No way did I miss a super chat. Was I not on the screen? I don't see a super chat, my friend. Oh, no. Whoa, where it is right here. Holy smokes. I'm sorry, dude. Audio again. What is the deal here? I'll try it this way this time. All right, let's try it this way. Going the other way. So, yeah, I see your super chat. I'm sorry, dude. I got a Zilla Aqueon 40 breeder paludarium that never came to the market off a trade today. What's a stocking suggestion for that? I'm not used to paludarium. So one thing that you should... Okay, I'm just going to check this right now. Let's go back. Where's it at? All right. So it's still on. So it worked. That worked. And we'll come back. And that worked. Okay. Fixed. So one thing you got to be cautious of when it comes to tanks that are advertised as terrariums or paludariums is they're not made to hold water like all the way to the top. So it's usually thinner beads of silicone, thinner glass. So that would be the first thing I would check out. Absolutely the first thing is how thick the glass is and how thick the silicone is. If it's like really thin, and again, I don't know anything about this tank. If it never came to the market, I've never seen it. Does it have like front opening doors, sliding doors? Like 20-30 minutes ago, I wasn't going to say anything, but I was thinking I'm tripping. Always say something. Always say something. I always feel like a giant douchebag if I miss super chats, so always say something. Yeah, so let me know. Does it have like the front opening doors like the Exoterra or Zoomed? Or is it just like a glass box with like a screen lid that slides out? That's what I think of when I think of Zilla. I think like it has just all glass and then the top screen like slides out. Fish Tank Barn Mike, you got the Aves Creek, nice. The Cali Timbuni and Dwarf. That's right, you did tell me that. That's right. Bob forgets them all the time, so make sure he sees it. Yes, absolutely. Especially like if I'm off screen, like if I'm over here, screwing around, looking at my, now I'm looking at my super chats, trying to find the one that I missed, which was right there. But like if I'm over here and someone super chats me, then there's probably a good chance I won't see it. So, yeah, definitely say something. All right, so I'm back. Is it still working? Yep. Looks like we're good. Fixed. That $80,000 IT degree is really paying off. Bob never means to miss super chats. He's just a space cadet all the time. So anyways, did he answer it 20-30 minutes ago? Maybe front opening doors, maybe. Anyways, okay, here we go. It's an Aqueon 40 breeder with one short end cut down halfway. It has a plastic insert made by Zilla on the cut side with room for a hang-on back. What? It's meant for water. I think they designed it for frogs. I think I've actually seen that tank. Let me see. That actually, I remember seeing something really goofy like that and thinking like, what in the world is that thing? Aqueon Zilla Paludarium. I'm probably really gonna have to search the internet to find a picture of this. Yeah. It would be a lot easier if there was a visual. But anyways, it's 40 gallons, but I guess the entire tank is 40 gallons. How big is the water area? That would be the question. Got it from an Aqueon rep, traded guppies for it. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what kind of turtles would be good in a 40 gallon, like long term. Like obviously, like mini musk turtles, but those are insanely rare. Yeah, turtles in a 40 gallon tank is a terrible idea. So it might have been made for turtles, and that's probably why they were like, well, maybe we shouldn't do this. It's weird that it would have a cutout for a hang-on back filter. Huh. I don't know. Newts and salamanders would be awesome if you could find them. It's 40 breeder, but it has one pane of glass that is half height. Oh, okay. So it's just separated. Less than 20 gallons water area of cut yet. So that's probably like 10 gallons of water. I mean, endlers and shrimp is probably what I would do. Unless you really wanted to go crazy like salamanders or newts. It sounds like a perfect enclosure for those. But I don't know. Shrimp are always cool to watch. So, yeah, probably like endlers. I wouldn't go guppies because guppies get quite a bit bigger. So endlers and shrimp, I think, is what I would do. And sorry for missing your $5 super chat. How would you cut tank horizontally? You would lay it vertically. I have a pair of 3-striped mud turtles. Aqua Discovery. I almost bought some of those last year. Don't go bigger than 5 inches and do fine solo. Yeah, but a 40-gallon cut in half is 18 inches. And then you're talking, like, I'm sure the glass doesn't go all the way to the top, obviously. So you're talking like a quarter of a 40-gallon, essentially, is like 10 gallons. For turtles, like, you'd be doing water changes like every other day. Bob Kaler dropping a deuce. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it with the $1 super chat. Just lost a black neon tetra, but it was like 5 years old. Well, don't be sad, man. 5 years old, that's pretty good. You gave it a good life. It has no separate land section. It has like 20 gallons of water volume. That's so weird. So weird. I don't know, man. I don't know. In 20 gallons of water, though, I'm still sticking with endlers and shrimp. Endlers and shrimp. I figured if I'm gonna get bit all the time, I might as well get a snake. So I gave it away and got a ball python. You know, a ball python's never gonna bite you. Never. If a ball python bites you, you're really doing something wrong. I don't think it is what you're thinking of. I can email a photo. It's weird. Yeah, email it to me at steenfottaquatics@gmail.com because I would really like to see it. And someone's blowing up my phone. Oh, John's feelings are hurt. Boo-hoo. Grow a pair, buddy. Grow a pair. When I get my shirt, then you can talk. Hold on. The black neon was struggling a bit after the rescape. I don't know if that's what triggered it. It's possible. I'll be honest. A few times, I might have injured a fish while doing a rescape. It happens, unfortunately. How long will a rainbow shark live? I had my albino shark for, I think they're like 15 years, aren't they? Rainbow shark lifespan. I was way off. It says 5 to 8 years. I don't know if that's accurate, but I feel like they live a long time. This place says, yeah, see, here's the thing with the internet. This is why there's so much confusion in the hobby. This website says 5 to 8 years. This website says in excess of 10 years. This one says 5 years. So 3 websites, 8 years, 5 years, and excess longer than 10 years. Who knows? Everyone, I just saw an angel that has, wait, everyone. Can you actually at everyone? Does that work? I just saw an angel that has what looks like a prolapsed breeding tube. Anyone seen this? Opinions? I have definitely never seen that at all. I am like so not an angel person. It's ridiculous. I love pears. Who's growing them? I wish. Pears are good. So Kenny Schindler, there you go. A rainbow shark will live from 5 to an excess of 10 years. In excess of 10 years. What else we got going on here? Hey, I've been a bit of one once. How long will rainbow shark live? Black neon tetras. They made it for turtles. Oh, here we go. So Dragon Lair knows what you're talking about. They were made for turtles, and you put a floating island in it for basking. I had one like it. Interesting. Bob, tank specificities. What specificities for fish is varied and inaccurate on sites. Yep. That's like, this whole hobby is like about personal experience, and so someone would be like, I had one that lived 10 years. Someone else would be like, I had one that lived 5 years. So that's the maximum age. It's not. I don't know. It's too. This hobby is very. What did Ben Ochar say? Anecdotal. Perfect word for it. This hobby is like 95% anecdotal, and that's proven. That's like a proven scientific percentage. 95. John Cox says, I've grown thousands of pear tree. Most were Bradfords, but have a few fruiting pears. There you go. There you go, Cooley Kev. John Cox is your guy. He's your guy. See if I what's there's my website. Thank you. What else we got going on? Sorry, Moonstone. I'm not very helpful there at all. My Leopoldite angels were the first angels I ever bought, and the only angels that I still have ever kept. So that's my experience with angelfish. I guess 10 years is my goal then. Yeah, there you go. You know, I'm actually coming out with a video on fish lifespan. So, you know, it's not specific towards your shark, but I don't know. We'll see. Ever have a partridge in any of them? That's like precision shooting scene. So much he said, she said. It's like, yeah, it's like fishing. Man, I caught a 2-foot rainbow shark. I meant to say trout, but I said shark. Whatever. Turtles are pets for life. 50 plus years. Some 70, 80, 100. I mean, you start getting into tortoises. Yeah, tortoises. Dave Yan says, any cool future projects plans? There's so much. Building a fish room currently. Rebuilding another fish room. Yeah, all kinds of stuff going on. And yeah, of course you'll see it all here. Why wouldn't I film it? Well, I don't know. I didn't film my last fish room build because I'm an idiot. But these two are definitely going to be filmed. I mean, thousands of them seems like good odds that has happened to him. That's an interesting topic. Fish lifespan. Yeah, and now you're going to make me do that video tonight. Put it out tomorrow so no one steals my idea. Because everybody steals ideas on YouTube. I've grown thousands. Okay, become a member already. 5 members tonight, guys. That's crazy. How long will rainbow shark live? You filmed rummaging through an old aquarium equipment boxes. That was, how many views did that? That was like 23 minutes of garbage, and it got so many views. Like, I don't even know how old that video was. I don't think I could find it. I'm really curious how many views it has, but I don't think I'll be able to find it. Going back. Oh, I think I'm getting close. I don't remember what the thumbnail was. That's the problem. Oh, it was a picture of me and my dog, of all things. 8,000 views on a 25-minute video of looking through trash. That was 10 months ago. And what? It's not even a thumbnail. The thumbnail is not even fish related. I don't know. It's stuff like that I don't. I mean, you know, I really don't know anything about YouTube because someone watches that. I don't know why. Because we all could relate. I like that video. Yeah. Me, Mug Aquatics. What's going on, buddy? Okay, John, I may have to stop speaking to you if you promote Bradford pears, the scourge of the southern woods, nearly as bad as privet, I have no idea what any of you guys are talking about, but I'm sure you do, so that's just fine. Steenfott Aquatics at gmail.com, right? Yep. And I have it open right now. So however long the internet takes, then yes. That is, I don't know what that word is. Or, oh, you guys are still talking pears? Pears. My brother's girlfriend had a tiny tortoise about 8 inches across. It was at least 20 years old then. If it is still alive, it would be 50 now. It used to burrow into its sand and sleep all winter. Ugh. I love reptiles that brumate. I mean, it's like you get a vacation from maintenance. You get a vacation from feeding. Yeah. The first year I had the tegu, she brumated for like 5 or 6 months. It was like crazy. I had to keep checking to make sure she wasn't dead. This winter, she brumated for like 2 months. So, man, I hope next time, like this winter, like another 4 to 5 month break would be nice. Curtis says, yeah, I have a few boxes of old fish junk that I can't throw away. I can't throw out for some reason. Yeah, I've already collected a bunch of stuff too. Ask Danny. Like, she's the one helping me organize, and it's a mess. Oh man, fish keeping. Am I right? LOL John has to be spelled right. Yeah, yep. Have you ever seen garter snake breeders brumate their snakes in the refrigerator in a bag? I have never even heard of such a thing. Aqua Discovery says, okay, gotta go. Video chat date. Video chat date. All right. Make sure it's... Never mind. Good luck, buddy. How about that? Good luck on your date. I wish I had a local swap for a spare aquarium gear. There used to be, I'm gonna call it local, but it's not local to me, but there used to be a swap meet in Seattle like every 3 months or so. Zoom and chill. Jeez. Zoom. I can't wait till Zoom gets shut down, just like TikTok. Shut it all down. Me too, Streetwise, like tack swap, but for fish stuff. You can ask a pair question. Ask as I have to get to work on this floor. Will be lurking. I don't have pair questions, but if I do, I'll let you know. The first thing I did when I moved to this little farm was cut down all the dang Bradfords and dig up all the stumps and roots. Money well spent. Okay, you guys and your pairs. We have boxes. We boxed up in 1985 due to a move. One of these days I might open them back up. See, if my aquarium stuff was like 40 years old, that would be cool. I could understand why people would watch that. But GSA has a Facebook page for swaps and sales. I think there's a lot of really cool aquarium stuff from like way back in the day, like back in my dad's day. I'm talking long, like hundreds of years ago. And that would be really interesting. Like, I used to have like an air pump that I think was from the 60s, and you actually had like the piston and it would spin around, and it was like the noisiest thing in the world. And I'm so sad that I got rid of it. I don't know whatever happened to it, but I'm assuming it ended up in one of the boxes that got thrown away. But it was like the coolest thing ever. Bob, ever feel like your stream is being used like an old AOL chat room? I wish it would be. I mean, as long as people aren't going ASL, just chat it up. The more chats, the more YouTube thinks people like me, even if you're not talking to me. So, whatever. Oh, here we got a picture. Weird 40-gallon aquarium breeder. Oh, look at that. So it's hinged. Huh. Yeah, this is definitely a turtle tank for sure. It's actually, I kind of like this. Oh, I guess I could just show everyone, right? Like, I don't have to be greedy here. Let's see. Make sure I got nothing bad on my screen. We'll come over here. And there it is. Like, I think this is pretty cool. I like that the little flap It's like the little butt flap. Put your hang on back filter right there. A hang on back filter is going to be immensely better than just about any internal filter. Huh. That's pretty interesting. It's something, I don't know that I would ever buy this, but I would trade guppies for it and play around with it. Definitely not for newts and salamanders. I was thinking like it was divided down like the middle in the water section. So yeah. That plastic fully comes out. Huh. Interesting. I mean, that is interesting. It's definitely for smaller turtles, but I don't know that it's ideal. You're cut in half right here in the middle. So, I mean, it's still going to have to be a paludarium no matter what. So, oops. I don't know what I would do with this, to be honest. I would probably do like a 3D background, like a custom expanding foam background, and actually turn it into a true paludarium. That side slot right there, obviously couldn't do any type of terrestrial animals if you were to open that, but does it close, or is it just open all the time? Yeah, I'd probably do like a 3D background. Maybe you could do like a 3D background, like native tank with the hang on back right here, creating all kinds of flow. I don't know. What do I know? It would be cool for you know, smaller turtles though, definitely. All right, I'm back. All right, that is it. That is 2 hours. 2 hours from now on, folks. 2 hours. Got a lot of people to thank. We got 5 members tonight. That's almost ties a record. Thanks, Jobs, Aquarium Tanks, Fish Tank Barn, Joel, Aqua Discovery, Joel JZ, Grumpy, Mike's Fish, King and Queen Cichlid, Scott, thank you, Priscilla. Ooh, I might have missed that super chat, but you're not here anymore, so it doesn't matter. Just kidding. Thank you, Priscilla. Eric, Rohan, T-Shot, Streetwise, Fantastic Freaks, Dana Grimes, Blake's Aquatics, Jackson Tax, Grumpy, Mike's Fish, African American Cichlid, Streetwise, Edward, SC Aquatics. Man, a lot of action here tonight. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. And of course, I definitely got to thank all the subscribers, because without the subscribers, there would not be super chatters or members. So it's all about those subscribers. And lurkers and commenters, you all are great. Mods, awesome. And I will see you Thursday morning. Ha, psych. I will see you next Monday, 5 p.m. for another. Yeah, this 2 hours did go really fast, didn't it? Like that first hour, I even started early. Like it was weird, like that first half hour when I was like, man, it's only 5:30, and now it's like, I feel like I just said it was only 5:30, and now it's 7. Anyways, next week, Monday, 5 p.m., 2 hours. I'll see you then. Thank you.